Since this is a celebration of your 40 unparalleled years in the business, we wanna know muna, first tell us a little something about your upcoming concert. Ano yung magaganap dito? Ano yung mga repertoire mo? Anong na-expect namin from this?
At di kami nahirapan because sa dami-daming songs na ginawa ko in the last 40 years. With Vicor and with every company that I work with, it's hard to choose the right one. And I'm sure marami madidisappoint. Why didn't he sing this? Why didn't he sing that? So my list of songs for November 19 are songs I know or I'm pretty sure are the ones you really, really want to hear, as opposed to coming up with something, because I have my favorites of my songs, but it's not the favorites of those of everybody. It's not a common favorite for everybody. So I chose the songs yung talagang feeling ko lang I could be wrong. These are the songs in my last 40 years that people are, it's like number 1, number 2, or number 10 on their list of Martin songs. Another thing, Alan, that I'm doing is I'm having to relearn my old songs because I don't sing those songs anymore. But the good news is, Alan, at this point in my life and this my career, as I celebrate 40 years, I've learned to embrace me. I've always tried to be someone else or sound like someone else or sing someone else's song kasi sikat siya. Baka yun ang hinahanap ng audience. But I think after 40 years, I've now been given the license to just sing me, just do me. And I think that's what people who sit in the seats in front of me, that's what they want to see. So I made a lineup for the first time in my life. I made a lineup of, I think, 98% Martin songs. It's risky. Because baka mamaya maantok yung mga tao. Balladeer ako, di ba? So we have to find ways to keep you awake. And maybe the stories that we tell in between. Remember, I did this already at the Walt Disney Concert Hall last August 28. And it was
yes, congrats.
And can you imagine the people in the audience are not even from, I mean, they're all Filipino, but Filipinos have migrated. And they reacted so well. I could hear their every comment and the reaction to the songs that I've not done in a long, long time that I'm doing. So that's what you're going to hear. And you're going to see me go down memory lane. Also, I wasn't going to announce it, but I think I should announce it. Of all my 40 years, who has my musical director been? Ever since. It's always
Louis O.
Louis Ocampo. So I decided, you know what? Louis has come to a point in his career, I think he's turning 45 years. See Louis? 45, 42. Like 45 years in the business. So sabi ko, Louis, it's time to be my special guest. Not my musical director, not pour the whole pressure of the show on him. So we got the Louis, the #1 fan of Louis, and that's Marvin Carrillo. And we will guest Louis in the show and preempt his own, because I know he has a concert for his 45 years in the business. Preempt it by honoring him on that day for all the great shows he's given me in my 40 years. He will be my special guest. And we have a couple of other surprises. But that's the one thing I can tell you about. And that's Louis Ocampo as my special guest. Not my MD anymore. Sa tawag ng tanghalan, he's already morado, di ba? Hindi na pwede yung MD lang kung hindi very special guest.
Wow. Pero Mark, you don't have any other guests? Talagang si Mr. Louis lang?
Yes, because I know there's a lot probably in all your minds you're probably thinking he should guest this person, that person in all of this. But I think people want to hear my songs. I don't really like the events. You know, on my birthday, I'm the guy who won't show up to the party. I don't like going to parties in my honor for me. I never enjoy it. Well, this would be the first time, enjoy it or not, where I'm going to be the star of my own show. Because I want to be able to, you guys, I have the license because I've been there for 40 years. And that's what we're celebrating. I have the license now to go back to memory lane and bring you to back in the 80s, 82, 85, the 90s. Maybe tell a couple of stories, like there's a song, I don't even know if you know it. It's the answer of To Ikaw, the most remade song. Sharon, Regine, everyone's done a version of George Canseco and Louis Ocampo's Ikaw. Did you know that right before he passed, he wrote a song called Nasaan Ka Man? That's the answer to Ikaw.
Who wrote it?
George Canseco.
Oh, wow.
And then after I recorded it, shortly after he died. And his only wish was to be together with his wife again, right? That's what Ikaw was for. he had an extended version of that. It's called Nasaan Ka Man. Louie and I will probably do a little bit of that. But no one knows that story.
You haven't sang that ba?
No, I think, oh my God, in my 40 years, maybe once. And it's such a beautiful song.
Nice. Okay, kasi we know you, Marky, kasi ako, I've seen almost all of your concerts. Pag pag nag-enjoy ka na, sobrang tinatagalan mo, umabot minsan ng more than, di ba, past 12 midnight. Hindi ka talaga tumitigil, lalo na pag sobrang saya nung audience. Parang, eto ba aabot sa bilang 40 years, 40 songs din nakakatayin mo or more?
Probably a little bit more, and some of the songs we have to make in medley form because you will probably commit suicide watching the show that long. Puro mga songs na yung malungkot, yung ganun. So, it's still gonna, Alan, I'm telling you, we're still gonna be missing a lot of songs. But you just, I think attention span of people now, especially kids nowadays, your attention span now is very short. You're gonna go to your phone any second. I can see it, the text. You're dying to do it right now. I can feel it. So that's how I do my lineup now in my shows. Sometimes we'll take out the second verse. Kasi that's the new age now. You have to be quick, fast. Don't tell us long, boring stories. There better be a funny ending because I listened to this whole spiel before that long ass medley. So, and then we want to add a little spice to the songs that I've done so often. But I'm just happy to be doing it again after, to celebrate 40 years.
And your concerts are never boring. Yung energy mo, grabe. Well, boring na boring naman lagi yung audience.